With resiliency being the capacity to bounce back from difficulties, that is largely what many are facing and encountering in life this year. Having to pivot and recover is on everyone's radar. They are challenging situations for sure. In addition to what's going on around the world, many have encountered trials in the area of relationships, and we'll chat about reconciling processes to breed harmony and overcoming obstacles. I'm back with Racquel Simpson, certified life coach, confidence, love, and relationship coach. That is extravagant.
Thank you, Pam.
Yes, love too.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thanks.
You go, girl.
Yeah, 2020 has proven to be a very interesting year. Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
Unexpected?
Yeah, to say the least. I think we can all agree that 2020 has had a lot of surprises. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, we did not see this pandemic coming, did we?
Absolutely not.
Nope.
But I will say this, quarantine does present itself, has presented many amazing opportunities. And it's completely about perspective and how we choose to perceive the challenges that are coming our way globally.
That's awesome. Yeah, I've had a lot of time to self-reflect and deal with some internal and intrinsic values of mine. And yeah, you just, in social isolation, quarantine, physical distancing.
Absolutely.
There's a lot more time to reflect, and I've worked on some things in my life, and it's been a very interesting time. It's been very beneficial and therapeutic in some ways. Yeah. In other ways, I have no idea what the future holds, and
a lot of uncertainty.
Being resilient and coming to terms with who I am and with my goals and where I want to go is essentially what I want to do for, building a good foundation in my life.
Absolutely. Absolutely, and that's key. We definitely need to have a resilient mindset to maneuver through, this challenging season. So which is why I very much respect your niche, your coaching niche, and the platform that you have, because I definitely think it's something that can serve people well.
Thank you.
To have that resilient mindset, absolutely.
Yeah, my heart is really to see others succeed and be resilient from any challenges, setbacks, discouragement, trials, and use those experiences as a pivot and to springboard them forward into new goals, dreams, and directions, and see them actually have the fruit of that and want to do the work, which is the hard part, which you know about, because people need to want to actually apply those values and principles and homework that we give them.
Absolutely. We'll never experience the breakthrough that our hearts desire unless we contend for it. And so it's so important to not look at it as, oh, I gotta do this, this is so hard, but to look at it as, yes, I get to do this, and I know that there's a reward for me on the other end of this.
And it's not easy when you bring forward your life to someone, so it's nice to be able to have a listening ear, a caring and a kind person to want to see that person succeed, right?
Absolutely.
And I know some of the things that I've brought forward. People have said, are you sure you're not being judgmental? Are you sure that's not too harsh? When I've had to approach them with certain things. What do you think about those?
I think it has a lot to do with the energy and the attitude that you have when you approach somebody with those difficult
So if someone has a good energy and a good attitude, do you think it's really the other person's issue then?
I think it's a combination of things. I think it's a combination of both people needing to be transparent and willing to have that difficult conversation.
It's a deep topic.
It is, and it's multifaceted. I do believe that there's different things here at play, because when we all come into a conversation or come into a discussion, we're bringing our past experiences, we're bringing our backgrounds, our interpretations, positive experiences from the past, negative experiences from the past. And that's what we are bringing to the table when we are attempting to communicate. And so
communication is so important.
Absolutely.
I know some people that will run to the hills because you touch on an area, and yes, you might need to work on some things, but that person doesn't want to.
Well, here's the thing. You can never force somebody to do something they don't want to do.
No.
But I think the important thing is if you are to approach somebody to have a difficult conversation, it's really important that you put aside as much as possible frustration, that you put aside any negativity, and that you come to them with the hope of reconciliation, with the hope of coming to an amicable resolve. If we enter this discussion,
I like that.
Well, if you enter a discussion, exactly, peace is definitely what we want. We want peace and reconciliation.
Peace, harmony, and relationships is the way to go. But sometimes we gotta get through all the kinks and all the things that are making those rough edges.
We do.
Sandpaper. People that are like sandpaper.
We do. But here's what I suggest. Before approaching a very difficult conversation, it's important that you take some time to reflect on yourself as an individual. Okay. And on your feelings. So one thing that's really great about this, and I highly recommend this, is journaling, because it gives the opportunity for you to vent and get a lot of those emotions, those very volatile emotions that can only add fuel to an already difficult conversation. It gives you the opportunity to release all those emotions. And so that when you come to the individual to approach them on a difficult topic, you have peace in your heart because you've already resolved things in your heart.
Do you think journaling is both male and female?
Yeah, it's not. It has nothing to do with gender. It's definitely a therapeutic tool. You might want to take it a step further and write a letter to that specific individual if you feel that your words verbally may not be received, or you may not be able to appropriately articulate the way that you're feeling in the moment. Writing a letter is definitely a great tool to have and a great tool to
I've definitely had to work on the area in my life of having to tame my tongue and having to work on my words, because growing up in a single parent home as a mouthy kid, I really had a turning point in my early adult years, and it changed the words, my language, my philosophy of life, my outlook. But every now and then Gangster Pam rises up and I'm like, who is that? Where did she come from? So how do I deal with Gangster Pam? Oh, it's because of the healing. Dealing with my healing is what I've had to do. And realize there's things in my life I don't like injustice, but I have to learn how to deal with it the right way and speak the right way.
Absolutely. And if, again, it all comes down to what you desire to come out of that conversation. Do you desire more argument to come out, or are you approaching this from a place of wanting and desiring healing and reconciliation?
I desire peace, harmony, and amazing, beautiful relationships. But I just want them to hear everything that I need to say.
And that's fair. We all have that's fair. We all have that right.
Yeah.
That right to express the way that we may be feeling.
Yeah.
I think it's our approach, our body language, our tone.
That person doesn't want to see me.
Which is why you can write a letter, because that's a very effective way. However,
love letter.
However, when you write that letter, you need to be very mindful of how that other person might be perceiving it. So the letter cannot be accusatory. The letter, again, needs to be written from a place of wanting and desiring reconciliation.
What is it that we deeply desire to come out with by reconciling differences and mending relationships? How can we be resilient simultaneously? Although we're not in control, these are certainly questions we get to decide.